So Al, I think on the next topic, what we should discuss is the games that we are looking forward to in 2021.
Mm.
Let's start with you. Let's see, what are you most looking forward to? What
Yeah,
releases?
and in fact, one's already come out. The Mass Effect, the sort of Legendary Edition, the whole remaster, has only just recently come out. I've not purchased it yet, but I look forward to playing that. And the reviews have been really good on it. I think Mass Effect One has had a nice uplift. The UI's had an uplift. A number of changes has been quite nice to it. Similarly with Mass Effect Two, and then Three actually they've not actually made that many changes, but Three was already a much newer game in comparison to the other one. So Mass Effect sort of Legendary Edition, yeah, looking forward to playing that one and getting into it.
Yeah, I'm considering that, Al. I've actually got the Mass Effect trilogy
Mm.
basically on Xbox 360,
Yep, 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 yep.
but I've only ever dabbled in, I think, the first one.
Yeah,
I mean, a couple of these games are still in the cellophane.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so, it might be a good time to basically get. Obviously, there's a digital version, so I'll do that and just to, re-familiarize myself with it.
Yeah. I mean, I just enjoyed it so much on the original, and I do. It's one of those I do go back to playing every so often. So, having it kind of uplifted again, would be great. So, I will be picking it up, but just not sure exactly when. Then I think probably my next most anticipated one would be the Diablo 2 remaster, when that comes through as well. That one I'm really looking forward to. In the past, I've sank so many hours into it that I would actually, I will really enjoy playing that again. So I'm looking forward to Diablo
I
2.
think I'm with you on this one. I mean, I did dabble again with D2, but
Mm,
I didn't think the kind of hours you did into it. For me,
yeah.
it just looked really, really compelling and
Mm,
interesting. I like Blizzard games.
yeah.
Let's be honest. I just wonder how I would feel about D2 game because D2. I don't think they've really changed the mechanics too much.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
still D2 underneath. They've got to put new shiny clothes on top of it, but it's still D2, right?
Mm, mm.
And having played D3 as much as I have, going back to D2, I mean, I'm wondering, will I enjoy it? Because I'll have a certain expectation, not remembering much about D2. Then I'll play it and I'll think, oh, this is not what I expected. I just wonder if that's going to happen.
I think for me, I'm fully expecting it to be like it was before, and because I enjoyed it so much, I'm sure I'll be fine with it. It's just it'll be a rush for me to get my sorceress up to level 90 or whatever it is. I think it's 90. I think they actually. Oh yes, I remember now. They used to have a curve to get to 100, but basically it was exponential between 90 to 100 in terms of your
Hmm.
levels. So it's almost impossible to get to level 100, but you could if you spent enough time grinding all the way through, and not dying too much. Um, yeah, you would be able to do that through that. So yeah, I'll be rushing a character quickly, and then rushing the characters purely just to grind bosses and pick up loot as quickly as you can. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing a bit of that. Oh, next one I think is probably Horizon 2. I think that will probably be the game to push me to get a PS5. I think as soon as I see that and when it's out, that would really push me to try and look for sourcing a PS5.
Did you actually watch the 4K video feed of
Yeah,
that?
yeah. I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's a stunning game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That game looked absolutely jaw-dropping and stunning.
yeah.
Yeah. And obviously, we've got to talk about this later. But what the hell is everybody thinking? Who cares if it's cross-gen? What are you thinking? Look at it.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks amazing. What are you hoping to happen?
Uh, yeah, the danger with cross genning it back as well. Maybe I don't know. As long as it doesn't impact and delay the PS5 version too much, or impact it's kind of like you don't want it to do like a Crisis 1 to Crisis 2 where it has to downscale so much that it messes up even how good it should look. So it's one of those sorts of things that as long as it doesn't impact the PlayStation 5 version and how amazing it looks already, then great.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go into a bit more detail about that later,
Mm,
Al. But I've
mm,
got to say, I mean, if you look at the video
Yeah.
feed, especially the 4K one,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that it's graphically had any sort of effect whatsoever on the PlayStation 5 version. I mean, like, I'm just thinking, what's the problem here? So
Mm-hmm.
what if it's cross-gen? Look at the game. Look at the game.
Yep.
It looks amazing.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it looks amazing. So yeah, I'm in agreement. I think Horizon 2 is cross-gen or not. That looks an amazing game and something I'm really looking forward to
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah, and another game. I mean, there's other ones like I don't know if Diablo 4 is this year. I doubt it's this year. And then maybe I would say there's a Warhammer game that I'm be looking at called Battle Sector. That I think is out in July as well, which looks interesting. So I'm keeping my eye on that one.
I've not heard of that. I have to look it up now. What kind of game is it?
It's turn based, but
Okay.
Warhammer 40k. It looks like it's a campaign mode. I've not seen if it's got a kind of an online mode, but looks pretty good.
Yeah, I've got so many Warhammer 40k games that I've not even played. It's unbelievable. I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah, those are my ones. Have you got any other ones, Joe?
Before we get on to that, I see you've got Overwatch 2. Is that coming out this year?
Yeah, I wasn't sure. It's due, but I'm not sure exactly when. There's lots of kind of trailers and other things for it. Let me just check. When is it due? Again, with Overwatch and Overwatch 2, I wasn't too keen after Overwatch 1 for quite some time. Is there a release date? I don't think there is. It says launching 2021, I think.
Interesting.
Oh, no, hang on, no. It says it doesn't include Overwatch 2 launching in 2021. So it's probably not this year. Probably not this year.
Which is no surprise, really.
Yeah, but they've got, character renders, trailers, and all sorts of stuff already ready for it. So they know what they're doing with it. Maybe they're just giving a bit of space for Diablo, maybe.
Yeah. There is that, isn't there? I mean, like, devs and publishers tend to space out game releases to give kind of. I mean, look, it's about competition and and really they're competing for people's time.
Yep.
That's the really kind of decisions they've got to make, really.
Yeah.
As per me, let's get that out of the way. Horizon 2, absolutely looking forward to that. Horizon 1, I think, amazing last gen game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And the last gen really, it was kind of astounding that they actually got that out of a a PS4 base end kind of pro.
Yep.
Really looking forward to Diablo 2 because I just kind of want to re-sample D2 and just Diablo in general because I don't really think Diablo 4 is coming out this year. No, that's for sure. Really looking forward to Ratchet and Clank because I firmly believe that will be a game that really kind of almost shows off your PS5.
Yeah.
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 Really shows off your PS5 and that's not a cross-gen game. And it'll be, again, that's also going to be interesting. You'll have Horizon 2, you'll have Ratchet. You're going to have a comparison.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
If Rift Apart is so much better in terms of the gameplay design, the graphics fidelity, the 3D audio, the control, whatever it may be, right?
Yep. Yep.
Then we've got a lot to look forward to because I tell you, Horizon 2 just looked amazing.
Yeah.
If somehow a Rift Apart trumps that, well, we're in for a bit of a treat, aren't we? I am hoping that Halo Infinite does come out this year.
Yeah.
And I am hoping that it improves significantly based on what I'd seen before.
Yeah. It needs to do something, right, for the Xbox crowd. That's what it needs to do.
Because that would be my cue in getting myself a Series X.
Yeah.
Maybe getting a contract and, whatever else, for Games Pass, getting a Series X as part of that contract, if they're still doing that. And I honestly also think that Halo in a open, and I think this is what they were aiming for, more of an open world sort of scenario.
Yeah.
Could work. Yeah, it could
Yeah.
work because I do remember the first Halo, and I just remember saying these maps, these levels are so expansive,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking it's a game that might lend itself to that.
Yeah.
But let's see. I mean, I'm hoping that's going to be good. What else am I looking forward to? I mean, Returnal's out, and I will try and get that. But I don't know that I'm gonna go out my way to do it. Yeah. One game that I really did like the look of was Kena Bridge of Spirits. It's an indie game, and it's actually priced at I think about £32.
Right.
So it's it's not full price, but it's an indie game. So I'm quite looking forward to that. And there was Rift Breaker. I say it's a PC game. It looked like a mixture of RTS based building plus tower defense,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
it's a day one Game Pass game as well. So again, that might be my cue in getting kind of paying for my Game Pass subscription and kind of making use of that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think for this year, that's really what I'm looking forward to. Bring on Horizon, bring on Ratchet and Clank, Diablo 2, Rift Breaker,
Yeah.
and if they can basically get Halo Infinite out this year, I might get myself an Xbox Series X,
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that's going to be good. Because I think Halo needs a bit of a boost.
Yeah.
It's the granddaddy of console shooters.
Yeah.
That is a game that made console shooters good. Like,
Yeah. It'd be interesting how Halo Infinite evolves and whether it's more open world than, say, if you were to look at what it's competing against, it would feel like it's against Destiny. You would feel like it's against that sort of thing, where it's kind of a little bit RPG, a little bit kind of open world, and a bit more kind of the service kind of angle around it.
Yeah.
Maybe they're going after those guys, but I'm hoping it's much more MMO like. But I'll wait to see more details of it.
you know what? I don't even have those ambitions for it. I think if it tries to go after something like Destiny, Warframe, or anything along those lines, yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna massively fail. I think first iteration of Halo Infinite, please just make it good, make it look good, make it play really
Yeah.
well the way we remember Halo playing. Great gunplay. Yeah. By all means, try and give it this kind of open world, take this slant. But don't think for 1 second that you're gonna release this thing and you're gonna be able to take on something like Destiny. You know how I feel about Destiny, right? I mean, but
Yeah.
the reality is, right? No matter what you say about Destiny, it's Destiny and it's super popular, and there's no two
Yeah.
ways about it. No matter what bunch you try and do to it to kind of aggravate the community, right?
Yeah.
It goes on. Warhammer, sorry, Warframe, forget about it.
Yeah.
Just make it a good Halo game, All the things that made Halo great, put it into this
Yeah.
game. There's a lot of smart people kind of working, at the game studio building it, and at Microsoft, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really what I'm looking forward to, to this year.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. I mean, I've got high expectations for Horizon,
Yeah.
Ratchet, all of those guys. Halo, obviously, I'm a little bit dubious on, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, I was gonna say we just it's before there's always the kind of rush before Christmas of getting releases out for for Game of the Year and stuff. So
Exactly.
no doubt there'll be a few special kind of games kind of coming out from the side that kind of feeds into it as well.
Yeah, and once E3 happens, I think it's in a week or and a half. Then, we might get we might get more information. There might be more kind of like must-play games coming out.
Yeah.
We know we're not going to get God of War this year,
Yeah. Yeah.
but there'll be other games. I'm hoping, I'm just hoping to get to be excited. Maybe that rumored Metal Gear Solid remake comes out this year. Imagine that would be amazing.
Yeah, if that pops out, yeah, that would be amazing.
And that's also a PS5 only. Well, the rumours say it's a PS5 only. Well, that's reality, different story.
Yeah.
Okay, Al, with that said, time to move away from, our most anticipated games to the next topic.